Hi everyone, today we are gel coating the skimmer skiff. As you see right behind me, I've got the floor taped out, I've got the back deck taped out, and I've got the bow up here taped out. What we're going to do is we're going to put white gel coat on top, but we're going to add the non-skid to it. We're going to add some play sand to it, and we're going to stiffen it up a little bit and give it some grip on there, because the last thing you want if you're a charter captain is you want somebody falling in your boat. But everybody always wants to wear the non-marking soles. So when you get some people like that, you get guys like me that are in a boat 5 to 7 days a week, and we wear Skechers. But on my Skechers, they get worn out and they're slippery as can be. So you get some guys that wear Crocs, you get guys that wear all kinds of shoes, and there's no tread on the bottom of it. So we're gonna give the boat the tread instead, and we're gonna raise it up, and it's real simple to do, real easy. It's pretty cheap to do too. You guys can do this at home, no problem. So we just did the Parker this morning. Now it's about noon or so. It's 86 degrees out. So our kickoff time is gonna be pretty hot. We're not gonna put a whole lot of the catalyst in there. So we'll go through that. We'll show you guys how to mix everything together, what you're gonna do. And that's pretty much it. It's gonna be pretty simple, and we'll show you the end product as well. Alright, so here we have the skimmer skiff. Everything is taped out. We went along, we sanded everything, we gave everything a good scuff. I have one of the eyelets in the center that I tie the casting platform down to. I tape that off. There you go, 80 grit sandpaper. Go around, swirl everything up, take the glossiness off, tape out everything you want taped out so you stay inside the line of it. We got the floor taped out as well. And up here on the back deck, I left the opening for where the bench seat goes, since I don't have to have it underneath the bench seat. I'm just going to focus on the area in the back there. Here's our sand that we sprinkled on. You'll see me do that. And the acetone, that's the next thing after sanding. We put the acetone on it, and what we want to do with that is get rid of all the grease and oils that are on the deck, because that'll stop the gel coat from adhering to it. So that is our next step. And when you're sanding, make sure you're wearing a respirator or dust mask. Respirator is better. And with the acetone, always wear some really good gloves with it. It's nasty stuff. I play with that stuff every day. So make sure you wear something good on your hands. And we'll keep going on the next step. Alright, so we wiped everything down. Here's my rag. You can see it's getting some of the old gel coats coming off with it, and a lot of pollen and stuff. But everything is just so bright on this boat when it's sunny out. So I think I'm gonna tint the gel coat a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of black to it to make it a gray color, just so the boat's not so bright. Everything is still taped out. I think I'm gonna like the pattern anyway, but at least it's gonna be a little easier on my eyes. So when I'm on the flats trying to stalk, I don't have as much bright light around me. It's going to kind of tone things down a bit. My eyes will be able to adjust a little easier. Plus, probably it's going to hide a little bit of the dirt and grime when I get home, or when I go out if I didn't wash it well enough. It's not going to show every little spot that there is. So I wiped everything down with the acetone. We're good to go there. You can see the rag is pretty dirty, and this is a brand new clean rag. I don't like using anything used with grease or anything on it. This is like 50 cents. But that's it. We're going to tint everything up, and we're going to change it, and we're going to see how that looks. May need 2 coats on it, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we have our gel coat here, and it's a white gel coat with wax. What wax is wax will float to the top so that the chemical reaction can occur beneath it. So if you go and you're looking for a gel coat for your boat, and you're going to do this, if you see the ones that says with no wax, and you have to add it to it, that's for building up layers, or more for if you're building a boat. When the application that we're doing, you just want with wax. It's going to float to the top. It's going to cure, and it's going to kick off and be hard fairly quickly. It's not going to take a long time. So with wax, it's just going to be easier for you. Once you get more technical, you'll play around with no wax. So make sure you look for that gel coat with wax. That'll help you out. If you do it the other way, it's not going to cure off. Then you may have to spray wax on top of it, give it more heat, let it sit in the sun longer. You run into all sorts of things. So I have no more paint stirrers left. I've been using these dowels. So I'm going to transfer this over, and then I'm going to add my tint in this cup, because it's going to be a little easier because I don't have the rim in the way. And I'll show you guys how we're gonna do this. Sometimes you want to mix it up good too. You can't take it away, so you're going to start real small and build it up. You don't want it to be dark gray, we just want it to be a light tinted gray. And you see that's already starting to take effect. Alright, so we got everything mixed up. We're a little bit of a darker tone right now. So we're going to go with this. You can see the dots here. I put another one down there. We're a little bit darker now. We're just going to make sure that it's thorough and all the way through mixed in there, no swirls. And this isn't going to cure it because we haven't added the hardener to it. You need to add the MEKP, the methyl ethyl ketone and peroxide. And that is our hardening agent that's going to make this all kick off. So we'll add that in a little bit, and we'll go over to the boat and start rolling it out and show you guys how to do that. Alright, so before we had about 1 pint. I'm just kind of mixing this, splitting it up a little bit more. We started with 7, with 9 cc's of hardener. It was a little fast before, so we're going to drop it down now to probably around 5 or so, which will give us a little bit more working time with it. Usually on any of these containers, it'll actually tell you at what temperature, how much to add. So everything is written out for you. You just have to kind of guesstimate it and playing with it. The more you play with it, the easier it is for you to work with it. So always start with a little bit and work your way up. If you go way too much, it's going to kick off instantly. It's going to get hard in your cup or on your roller before you can even apply it. So make sure you try to ballpark it and kind of go by what it says. On here it'll tell you, how many cc's for how many ounces. So you'll be able to figure it out. Get yourself some good mixing cups too. That'll help you out and stirrers. Just spend the money on getting all the stuff. Me, I just kind of hack it all together because I've been doing it for 20 years. So that's it. We're going to add some of this, mix it up, and we'll go back over and we'll apply it in the boat. Alright, so here we are. We got everything mixed up. We got our roller. You can see it's a little bit darker. It's not a whole lot. And we have our sand here as well. And this is just all we're going to sprinkle. This is just play sand. You can get from any hardware store or the big box stores. You can get this stuff. All we're going to do is just sprinkle it on there. You'll watch me do that in a second. And we're just going to start spreading this all out. And that's it. We're just going to roll it in there with it. And that's it. There's nothing really to it. This is pretty easy, but it's going to help save you a lot from people sliding all over the boat. And you don't want to be sliding out this thing because you're so low to the water. You're going right in. Alright, here we are inside the boat. Now we're going to do the flooring here. Add the sand to it. And then that'll be it. The outside looks great. I'll show you guys pictures once everything sets up. We'll take the tape off of it. I'll show you guys what it looks. They're gonna have it's gonna be a little two-tone now. We're gonna have white and gray. Our main walk areas are gonna be gray. But it's gonna take a little bit off your eyes. It's not gonna be so bright. It's gonna help things out. It's gonna make the boat look a little cleaner all the time instead of showing everything because it's white. And if it doesn't lay out good, we'll come back, we'll do another coat over it if we have to, but it really shouldn't need it. I like circle patterns. You can go whichever pattern you like. This is just the way I've always done it, even on the work skiffs I had when I was doing the scalloping. I had the wooden work boats. Instead of using Gelcoat, we just used whatever regular paint we had laying around and added sand to it. And that's it. This is as hard as it gets. You know, this is something anybody can do. Don't make it seem like it's something you can't. You got to have somebody do it for you. This is all they're doing. You know, even if you have an old boat and you do this, it'll freshen it up. It'll make it look new again. My wife just came out and saw it, and she likes it. And it just hides all those marks from where you dropped all those fish in the boat and scuffed everything up and beat it all up. This will help fill those holes and cracks right up. Give it that new look again. Here we are with that new floor in the skimmer skiff. You can see we don't have the bright light now, so you can see everything probably a little bit easier. But you can see the new pattern, how everything's nice and light gray. I really like that color. And that has made our boat look a lot newer now. I like the two-tone colors. And that's it. That's all you got to do. There's nothing crazy. You don't have to be a crazy fiberglass Gelcoat guy. Anybody can do this stuff. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And I'll get more of these videos up doing fixes like this for your boat. Thanks for following.